Yo, what's up, everyone? You're listening to episode 192 of True to Size.
Damn. More evidence as to why Alvin should be banished from doing the intros. And it should only be Joel doing the intros. As a one-man SoundCloud rap. All by himself. What's going on, everyone? And welcome to True to Size. We are a weekly podcast centered around the wild world of sneakers. I will be your host today. My name is Lawrence Hopkins, and I am joined by the rest of the quarantine at Canada Got Soul, Mr. Joel Hernandez.
Hey, yo.
Nice to you. And Mr. Alvin Martinez.
Hello, lo.
This sense of humor of like a fucking 3-year-old. All of us. What's going on, guys? It's funny. I believe it was actually last week. A very topical NSR question was asked by me, and it was, do you prefer the snow or the cold? And and all of us resoundingly said, snow. I love the snow. It's beautiful. It's like cold sucks. I love the snow. Give me all the snow. And then lo and behold, literally 2 days after the episode aired, we had and I checked, the third largest single day snowfall in Toronto since 1937. The third largest single day snowfall. So the snowfall gods, Mother Nature, was listening and was like, "Oh, y'all like snow? You think you like snow? Here's all of the snow."
I still like it, bro. I'm good. Got my cardio in. You know what I'm saying? Got to meet some of my neighbors.
Yeah.
Because you know when it's like you're already almost done shoveling yours, and like mind you, my driveway is not that big, so I have more than enough energy to help people out. But it's like when you see the mom and the daughter just like doing their thing, and it was right after the plow.
Oh, the worst, man!
And the plow came through twice on my road, which I'm thankful for because he did clear it off.
Good.
However, it was just as if I never shoveled my driveway. But yeah, it was just like, I was helping everybody out and whatnot. It was fun. Got to meet new people, chop it up and stuff. And whatever, cardio, it's good for you. Just don't do it if it's really heavy. For anyone over 45 years old.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's heart attack snow. So
it was nice because it was the fluffy stuff, like super light, not packing snow. So it was pretty easy to move. I will say Alvin does have like a smaller space to shovel. I live on a corner lot. So the shoveling is like extensive over here.
You have to do the sidewalks for yours too?
We have to do the sidewalk. Yeah. So it's a large space that needs to be shoveled. Thanks. So I was the guy, little old ladies across the street, like the snowplow just came by and I was like, well, I'm done. Back inside. No shame because like, bro, I was sore for like 9 days after. I'm still sore. Like, the snowplow came by 3 times here. We live like right around a bend and on a corner. So sometimes they'll come by, leave the shit, and then come back by again and push the shit, and then it goes right in front of my house. So like it's not like little baby piles at the end of the driveway. It's like mountains. Like
it's toboggan pile.
It's literally it's Kuya toboggan pile, and it's So again, I would help the little old ladies, and I would be like suburban Alvin dad over there, putting on his white people voice and like customer service voice.
Hi.
Like, hey, you need a hand there, bud? Hey.
Nah, bro. I was like, yo, you're good? Okay, I'm coming through still,
Absolutely no way.
What's that?
Hey there, buddies. We got a real dump in, huh? So I was not that guy. Joel is lucky he doesn't even have a sidewalk. That's the real plug. Joel just shoves it all in the street and he's done. Push all the snow.
Right. Fuck that. No, I help out the next door neighbor too because he's older too. So I help him out. So whenever there's a snow dumping, like I help him out. But fuck, man, like the amount of snow that dropped on top of the cars, like it was like I'd probably say almost waist high in between the two cars parked on the driveways. And, like for us to for me and him to push that out, and he's got like a little dinky, like, yo, Tito, don't worry, I got this. And I'm helping him out. And then he's throwing the snow like over, and it's going like above like my height. So it's going over it's hard. Like it's just hard for him to throw it up.
Yeah, facts.
And yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. And for you guys, like, you're lucky you guys got that snowplow to come through. We only had like, I don't even till now, like I was saying, like before the pod, you can fit like one car coming down the driveway in the complex. So it's like hard, man. So once that car's coming down and you're coming like from way down, and that guy's coming up, you gotta think fast and try to like duck into like somebody's driveway.
Play chicken.
Yeah, I know, man.
Who's gonna move?
I was here first. Who's gonna move first? Like, forget it, man. Forget it.
That's dangerous, though. Like, what if there's like an emergency and an ambulance has to come?
It's
like,
hard,
that's
man. Yeah,
very dangerous. Like, that's
and
not
there's
good.
people like the sidewalks aren't even done. Like
that's
the
not good.
walk pathways and stuff, they're not even done. So like everybody's walking on that like one car snow plowed route, and there's nowhere to walk your dog.
Yeah.
Right now, it's
Yeah,
everything's frozen over now. So it's like all these dogs are stepping into the hard snow. It's just all of a sudden just poof, they're like in the snow. Like,
Did you have to go to work?
Man.
Did they make you go to work, Joel?
I called in. I
Nice.
stepped out.
Very good.
I stepped out, and then I shoveled. I started to shovel, and then I was like, "Fuck that!" I'm calling in, and I just went back into the house, and then that's it. And then the rest of the day, I was just shoveling snow.
Shout out to anybody who went into work that day, because there's a lot of places where you cannot do that. Obviously, you work in like food service or customer service. A lot of these places, like, you don't have that option to call in. Like, your place is open, you gotta go. So like, yo, shout out to those people. Because I saw, again, privileged to work from home. So I got up, looked outside. I was like, meh. And like, oh, damn.
Not happening.
Yeah. And then watching the news, like, people taking like 4 hours to go like 2 kilometers on the 401 and stuff. Like, DVP and Gardner
Some people
closed.
were stuck for like, one of my homies was stuck for 16 hours on the highway.
Holy.
Behind those trucks.
Oh, the ones that, the ones that were jackknifed.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah. Buses were stuck. I think even as of yesterday, there was still like TTC buses stuck, just snowed in on the street. Like, it really felt like it was our first ever snowfall. Like, it's kind of embarrassing that we live in Canada, a place that gets snow like 6 months of the year, and the whole city was like, what happened? Again, I think that it was underestimated, because I feel like, because we saw each other on the weekend, and I think we talked about it, like, we're gonna like 20 centimeters on Monday, and 20 centimeters is like a light dusting. We got like 45, 50 centimeters that day. Like, that's a big difference. Like, up to your waist.
Foot and a half.
Yeah.
Foot and a half of snow, man.
Anyways,
crazy.
So shout out to the snow. That was very fun. Shout out to Mother Nature for listening to the pod. Good friend of the show. We just talked about snow for 6 minutes, so we're going to move on. Unless anyone has any more snow takes.
No, we're good, bro.
Everyone's good with the snow. I'm sure it'll come up again later.
Canada got snow, baby.
Bang.
Canada got snow.
Bang, bang. Episode title. Just kidding. Maybe. Who knows? Anyways, we've got a great show for you guys this week other than snow. But we're still getting back into the swing of things a little bit. I think the snow threw everyone's week off for sure. But we're going to get it rocking with a fire round question that these guys are definitely going to like. And then we're going to move on to what will probably be the most expensive sneakers to drop in 2022. Yeah, we're going to call that now because I don't think it's up for debate. Then we're going to move on to some pickups because I know these two have some great gems to report, and then close things out with a convo about jumping onto new waves. What does it take for us to try new things? Do we care to try new things at all? What new things could we see ourselves trying in 2022, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But first, Joel.
Whoosh, fire round.
Maybe it should have been the snow. No, I'm not even going to do it.
Snow round.
No.
I said I wasn't going to do it, and then Joel's like, I got it. Hold my beer. I knew it wasn't going to be the end of the snow talk. Yes, we like to start every show with a quick hitting question from you, our listeners. And this week's question comes from, yet again, me, because no one hit us up, and I'm sure there's still some buried that I will refuse to go back and find. But this is a good one, and I think you guys are going to like it. So considering it's looking like it's going to be a year of the Air Max 1, it is the 35th anniversary of the Nike Air Max 1. What's an Air Max 1 you would either like to see come back, or what's a collaboration you would like to see that we haven't seen, or, you know, a follow-up to a collaboration or something like that? You can do both. You can do one. We've seen already some, and we're going to get into it a little bit later, some Air Max 1s that are already coming out that are going to excite a lot of people. Seems like it's going to be a big year for Air Max 1. You know, Pada got it rolling late in 2021 with the Air Max 1, so it seems like that's, you know, creeping up on us again, Air Max 1 season. But for me, while you guys think about it, I'm going to do both, because there are some pairs that I really want to come back, but there's also some collabs I would love to see. And something I would love to see come back, and I'm torn because I only want to pick one, but I'm going to go with the Amsterdam Air Max 1. Because just the colors, like the everything, even the shape on the original pair, which would be a blessing if we could get that back. Everything was just so well done. The crown on the tongue, they're just so clean. You don't see those colors on sneakers very often, and they're just so vibrant and cool. So I'd love to see the Amsterdam Air Max 1 come back. And a collaboration I would love to see, feel like I sound like a broken record here, it would be a Stussy Air Max 1. No idea what it would look like. Doesn't matter. They seem to absolutely slap any collaboration they get their hands on, and I would
don't say that.
Why?
They had that Air Force One, and they fucking.
Those didn't come out yet. So
the mids, the mids. The first, like the Air Force Ones you have are amazing.
Those ones didn't come out yet, so I'm gonna let them live in the future. Right now, I'm not going to speak into the future.
They're not coming out.
Exactly. That's all I'll pretend to do. But yeah, they do a really good job. So I'd love to see them do an Air Max 1 very badly. I'd love to see them do a lot of different things. Alvin, what about you? Something you would like to see brought back, or a new collaboration you'd like to see, or both, if you're feeling feisty?
The options are just
endless.
Ridiculously endless. I'll go corduroy Air Max 1s, the purple ones. Right?
Ooh.
Purple, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the purple ones. To come back and re-retro, or not re-retro, sorry, just retro in general. And it's something I would like to see in 2021. Give us another Canadian Air Max 1. We did have Air Max 1, the 6, come out for Canada, and I believe we're the only ones that have it, because everywhere else got shunned because of Drake.
Yep, they got axed.
So I think the world deserves another one.
You're right.
Just because they were deprived of the first. So give us whether it's like with a Canadian shop or whatnot, or if it's just like a Canadian Air Max 1 in general, Canada Got Soul maybe. Just give us that, man, because like, you know what I'm saying, like we got a lot of Air Max heads out here, and I think whoever would design it for Canada will kill it. So
okay, man, I said give us a collaborator. He's like, me, bitch. Cool. I like that
better
energy.
Than Canada Got Soul, yo. Like
shit. I like that energy a lot. That's the same energy as last week, so it's on brand for Alvin in 2022. Yeah. Joel, the Air Max 1 man. What's something, I feel like this is like a deep question for Joel. Like he's going to write a 10-page essay on this. What's something you'd like to see come back? And if you want to, a collaboration you would love to see?
Oh man. Okay. What I'd like to see come back, is probably like, I'd probably say like the Kid Robot.
Nice.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Like either the black joints, or even like, give me like that pink joint. That, you know what I mean? Like, give me something like that. That would be like, even if you like switch it up or make it, instead of like doing it all leather, give me like suede or something. Like, Facts. You know what I mean? Just as long as it's got like the colors of that, the Kid Robot joint, that would be pretty dope. I'd love to see that. One collabo that I like to see is probably like a bathing ape and an Air Max 1. Like, you know, give me like that Harambe, you know, like that camo, that babe camo, or even just subtle. The subtle camel that you just pick it up like, yo, that's a babe camel. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even something like that, that would be pretty dope.
Jeez.
But yeah, man, let's go. Let's speak it into existence, yo. Let's do it.
Damn. Okay, that's the kind of energy. We want a Bape Air Max 1. All right, shit. Me too.
Yeah.
All right. If you'd like to submit a question for the fire round, we'd love to hear it and have us answer it on the pod. Please shoot us a message on Instagram and email us at canadagotsole@gmail.com. Next up, the CGS Picks. Each week, we all pick an upcoming sneaker to analyze, dissect, and give our thoughts on. Then we decide if it's poop, scoop, whoop-de-whoop, or Alvin's trademarked phrase.
Super cute.
And just bouncing off of what we just talked about, Air Max 1 season seems to be fast approaching. Air Max month is but a month and a half away. And it looks like we're getting a sneak peek at what could be to come for Air Max month with my pick this week, which is the Air Max 1 pack. There's 2 of them in collaboration with Concepts. Now, if you know Concepts, you know that they don't really half-ass anything. They go pretty hard when they get a collaboration. Their history with Nike and just in general is very strong and very tenured. And these Air Max 1s are the same. They fit right in. There's 2 of them. The first one is not my favorite one. It is an acid wash with some desert camo, paisley, like Aztec, floral, corduroy, everything. Insane looking sneaker. Very bespokey. Very almost what the E. Yep. I love the way that in the paisley print they've worked in swooshes. In the Aztec print along the heels you can see concepts written out. Like these are custom materials that were like made just for this. They're not just like some boo-boo paisley print that they found in a factory somewhere. These are like completely made for this, clearly. And the one that I am in love with is the second pair of this pack. Unclear if one of them is family, friends, and store only, whatever. Is a darker denim, a light wash denim with more paisley. So the mud guard and toe box is purple paisley with like a pale green paisley heel counter, Aztec on the like almost the lining. Looks like a velour tongue. Like the lining is corduroy. Just man, like I don't even know what to say. These things are insane. Like you don't see this come out.
No.
These aren't sneakers that release. Like if that makes any sense. Like these are sneakers that like people make customs, and customs and bespoke and like man, these are just absolutely nuts. The box is crazy. It's got like all the different prints that spell out Nike on the top, and then it's got this big floral, flowery, poppy swoosh on the like. It's just man. Again, honestly, they're so outlandish and so cool that I'll believe it when I see it if they actually release. Like they feel like so much that it's actually not even just going to come out, which would be a shame because I absolutely adore both of them. Concepts always has really deep theming to their stuff, so I'm interested to hear what the inspiration is behind these. They come with a guitar pick hang tag, and that's really like the only clue you get as to where. So it's got to be something music, like maybe 70s vibe. I'm getting like maybe it's like a Woodstock, or something like hippie vibes. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out and decipher the code here with these pictures, but. Man, just you can smell the quality just by looking at these photos. They're just insane. Man, they're just so cool. They're so freaking cool. I really hope that they see a proper release because they're just really super well done. They're whoop-de fucking whoop. One of the best shoes I've seen so far because we have a pretty good idea of what's going to come out for at least the first 2 quarters of 2022. Got to be one of the best pairs I've seen thus far. They are just man, oh man, I could go on all day, but I will move on.
I thought that camo pair was a sabotage pair.
It does look very sabotagey.
With the tiger camo.
Tiger camo. Yeah.
Either way, though, I'm messing with both pairs. So both pairs
they're just. I would not complain with either. I definitely like the one with the more paisley print rather than the tiger camo. But I would not complain either way. The more I even look at the Tiger Camo one, I'm falling in love with it. So,
like, did you guys even the laces, the extra laces? It's like a velour lace.
Yeah.
Like, who fucks with a velour? Come on, man. Like, that's crazy.
These are just, that's what I mean. Crazy. Like, it doesn't feel like a shoe that releases to the public.
I know.
This feels...
Both are like family and friends pairs, bro. Like,
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
for real.
Like,
crazy, though. That'd be insane to see this.
They remind me of the Ruigi Vans collaboration. If you guys remember it from a year or two ago with, like, the multicolor paisley. But, man, like... You don't see shoes like this release. I just don't understand how they pulled this off. Like, what are these going to cost? Like, real raw denim and, like, apparently actual cowhide for, like, the cow print. Like, they went all out. Custom prints with the paisley, the velour, the corduroy, special. Like, this has got to be a $300 USD sneaker.
Like, even the liner in the Tiger Camo one. You see that one?
It's like corduroy.
The liner? Is it it's like corduroy, or I'm even thinking like the elastic part of like a jacket.
It looks like that,
around your wrist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm looking at that, I'm like, what the?
Yeah, man. It's like,
who thinks of this shit? Like,
that's why it's giving me like hippie 70s vibes. Like, it looks like one of those big brown leather jackets with like the things that come down from the sleeve, like the dangly things, like a brown.
Yeah.
It's giving me those vibes. It's giving me like the bandana. I don't know like maybe the Aztec print is supposed to be like a blanket or like a mat or like a rug. We'll see. I don't know. I'll do some more research. I'll come up with my educated guess, but right now it's like a Coachella or hippie vibe. I don't know. We'll see. That's my guess. Anyways, again, we could talk about this shit all day because they're so freaking cool. Joel, what do you got this week?
All right, so what I got, it's a little throwback, like it's an OG, it's coming back, it's a retro, it's like the OG colorway of the ACG Air Mada lows, to be exact, because there was a high that dropped. These are looking exactly like how they used to look back in '94 when they first dropped. I remember these. I remember these in high school or going into high school. But yeah, like, man, it's good to see these coming back. It's like for an ACG, it's like that rugged outsole. Like you could you could walk through rocks in these. You could climb everywhere. It's a hiking shoe. It's got like somewhere in there's like an air unit in there to give you that bounce. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's so good to see. It's refreshing to see this colorway come back. Yeah. There's definitely more other colorways dropping. There's a teal one that's out right now, or that's coming out as well. There's an all black one. But yeah, take a look. Check it out up on Sneaker News. Nike ACG Air Mada is set to drop sometime this year. But yeah, $150 US, under $200 Canadian. But yeah, man, I'm super dope to see these come out, man.
Would you call these a Mada fucking scoop?
It's a motherfucking scoop, yo.
That will not be the title of the episode if anyone is wondering.
What's the matter for you?
What's the matter for you?
That one's got potential.
I saw our homie Uncle Sneakers, aka Sean. Yeah, he pulled out. He posted some on Insta today. He's like, first cop of 2022. And it was an OG pair of those. The Air Madas, bro.
Whoa, serious?
OG pair, bro. And he's like, I'm going to cop the new ones. He's like, I'm copying the new ones, do a sole swap. I'm like, that's fucking sick.
That's fire.
That's crazy.
Because clearly, like, obviously materials now, they won't be the same as it was the OG pair.
Shape, everything.
But the OG pair probably has like the exact shape probably better on the OG pair. Yeah. Materials are probably crazy on the OG pair too.
Yeah.
And like, man, they look so good, bro. I was like, fuck, man.
Big yep.
Yeah, man.
Super dope, yo.
Damn, motherfucking scoop. Alvin, what's your pick this week?
I got the first look at the A Ma Manière Air Jordan 2. I mean, aesthetically, I think it's gonna look very like in terms of the colorway. I think it's gonna look very, very similar to the Air Jordan 1, which isn't a bad thing at all. Like, it looks like they're using the same leather. They're using like that same kind of snake
Python
print
yeah.
on the midsole that they had on the swoosh of the Air Jordan 1, and then they have that same dope ass quilted type like liner on the inside of the shoe. And it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not mad at it, bro. Like, I like how they're kind of sticking to the aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of like what we can come to grow and accept and love about Ama Maniera, is that they kind of make the simplest colorways that everyone kind of loves. I mean, even if you hate on it, like, good for you. Let me get a pair then.
Yeah.
But yeah, yo, honestly, dope pair. I'm gonna say it's a cute, just because, like, even if I do get a pair, I don't really rock Jordan 2s. I don't really rock too many Jordans too often. Like, wintertime is like pretty much the only time I rock Jordans, like Jordan 1s, 3s, and maybe 11s. But I mean, it's a dope pair. Definitely a super duper cute. And yeah, I can't wait to see the rest of them. The rest of them leaked, quote unquote, pictures. So we'll see, man. The apparel are usually dope too. That comes out with it. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm trying to reserve full judgment until we get, like, you know, proper pictures, and not like some guys like bathroom. Like, it seems like all these leaked photos are like, bruh, like no one.
I think they're all Sean Collard's.
Right.
Bathroom photos.
Sean Collard's bathroom, basement bathroom, like unfinished. Like, why is it never anybody who has anything better than an iPhone 8? Who gets an early pair? Like how is it always this same people who have like a fucking Samsung flip phone who get these early pairs and take the photos, and they never have, like, they always have one light bulb out in their house. Like, why can't one person get a leak with like an iPhone 12 and like proper lighting? God damn. Anyways.
And it's all zoomed in too.
It's always zoomed in and like missed half the shoe. Like, were you on the run? Possibly. Maybe you were in motion, like running, trying to take a picture of it, but brutal. But anyways, I want to reserve judgment until I see that. I'm still unsure of how I feel about the copy paste of the Jordan 1 onto the Jordan 2, you know, with the minor tweaks. The only reason I say that is because the Jordan 3 feels like out of place now almost. If that's like going to be your thing, that's fire. Like, you can do that with 1 to 23, and that's super cool. Like, do a 3 with Python instead of elephant. Yeah, the 3 just feels out of place now, and I love the 3, so it's just kind of strange to me. But yeah, would love to see more pictures. AMM always does their thing, and I have no concerns that they will crush this one as well. And if I say anything different, Sean Collard will literally come to my house and step on my nose. So I will just say nice things so I don't get beat up. Next up, This Week in Kicks. This is the part of the show where we discuss the current headlines and happenings in the world of sneakers. And as mentioned at the top, we're about to talk about the most expensive retail pair of sneakers we're going to discuss all year. And that is the Louis Vuitton and Nike collaboration that we were previewed last summer at the Louis Vuitton Fall-Winter collection show. I believe it was Virgil's last offering to Louis Vuitton, and it's kind of neat that he merged two iconic brands officially after they had been not officially merged on Canal Street and at flea markets around the world for two decades. I will say that as I've looked at them more, some of them are still a little bit rough to me. Like, when I say rough, I just mean feel boo-boo. But some of them are clean. Yeah. Like, just the basic, I think we all said this last summer, like the basic color blocks with like an orange upper, white outsole, or like red upper, white outsole, yellow upper, white outsole. Clean. Very clean. Yeah. Will it be worth the possible $2,000 USD retail price tag? That I'm not sure of. But anyways, so as the release gets closer, the highly anticipated release of the Louis Vuitton Virgil Abloh Air Force One Off-White, I don't know, all these different collaborations coming together. We'll kick off next week through an exclusive auction via our favorite auction house, Alvin.
Sotheby's.
That sounded pretty good. So the
I was just thinking of the accent.
Sotheby's. So they do.
Sotheby's.
Sotheby's. So yeah, the auction house has confirmed that there will be 200 pairs of this one specific colorway, which is the iconic monogram print from Louis Vuitton. 200 pairs spread out between sizes. I think it was like 3.5 to like 18, with some of those sizes only having one in the world. So you can imagine, that one size 17.
That size 18,
yeah.
bro.
Size 18.
Kevin Durant wears a size 18. So
yeah, probably.
I mean, there you go. But anyway, so yeah, there's going to be 200 pairs at auction. That's going to be like the kickoff. These are not being made available anywhere else. This specific one, we saw like 48 pairs of them or something. So those are dropping. But this specific one is not actually releasing to the public other than this auction. Proceeds from the sales will benefit the Virgil Abloh Postmodern Scholarship Fund in support of Black fashion students. So absolutely love that. I'm going to assume that retail is like, we'll say 2,000. So anything above 2,000 is going towards that. Sotheby's estimates that each of the pairs from this auction will fetch between 5,000 to 15,000. And according to the listing, the sneakers are being manufactured coinciding with the auction and will ship in the first half of 2022. Timing subject to change. All of Louis Vuitton's stuff is made handmade in Italy. Literally some Italian man sitting in a room making your Air Force Ones and putting air in quotation marks on the midsole for you. So I can see why it takes some time. Honestly, makes it even cooler. And they come in like this big orange Louis Vuitton suitcase, which is probably worth the $2,000 just by itself.
There you go. Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
You're basically losing money if you don't buy these. It's just it's a bargain when it comes with the suitcase, but. Yeah, I definitely, my opinion has slightly changed. I'm sure some of that in the back of my mind has to do with Virgil's passing. But what about you guys? Are you guys sort of coming around to this collaboration? Because I will admit, when I first saw it, I was like, bruh. Yeah. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
I was always not a hater of the LV print on Air Force Ones, even when they were custom back in the day. I mean, obviously some of them are kind of outlandish in terms of the colors, but I definitely like the OG, like LV print simplicity on Air Force One. So, I mean, not that I'm ever gonna buy it or whatever, but it's cool, bro. It's just bringing sneakers to like, a higher end, customer.
Yeah.
Clientele.
It's like a Dior Jordan 1, Prada, Adidas. Yeah. Like it's kind of the new normal now.
Luxury.
Yeah, man.
I can't hate it. It's fine. I'm never gonna own a pair. I'm sure similar to the Dior stuff, similar to Supreme Louis Vuitton. It's gonna go to very tenured customers of those luxury brands, and I will never even hold a pair within my hand. But hey, if you're listening, Louis Vuitton, I see that you're sending out a bunch of PR packages containing these sneakers. I'll send you my address via Instagram DM. Please unblock me.
Unblock.
Next up, previously in Kicks, this is the part of the show where we review our latest pickups and recap the latest happenings in our sneaker lives. And I'm going to go first because mine is quite exciting. I'm very excited by it, but these guys have some really cool stuff to talk about, so I want to get mine out of the way. And mine was a gift from a homie who I met late last year, got to see again when I was in Portland, and that is a artist, designer, all these different things, named Kevin. His Instagram is Kevin Concepts. He is Filipino, so he fits right in. And he was made IG famous. His claim to IG fame was his sneaker-inspired card holders. So he deconstruct sneakers and make upcycle them into like card holders and wallets and all these different things. He was generous enough to send me now he's doing them in a larger scale, and he's using cut and sew materials. So he did an elephant print line of them. He did like a gray one, a black one, and he sent me the gray elephant print card holder that he did. Quality is great. I mean, they're all handmade, so quality is very, very good. All again, cut and sew. Very, very cool. So shout out to Kevin out in Portland. You should check him out on Instagram if you guys are in need of a new card holder, because they're fantastic. They're very, very good. Very impressed. All right, Alvin, what do you got?
Man, I got a surprise today from the Reebok Canada family, and it was the Bape Instapump Furies.
Whoop, whoop.
Man, we all love that Bape Harambe camo. Like, it's just beautiful. And then when it comes in multiple colors on a pair of sneakers, it's harmony. It's gorgeous. It's great. So when I first saw the pictures, I thought that the both pairs were kind of like a rainbow-ish of camo. However, after getting them today, I believe it's the right foot is predominantly the green camo with the other colors of the camo just sprinkled in there, and then the left foot is predominantly like the navy and like UNC blue colorway of the camo with all the other ones sprinkled in, and like it works, yo. Like, I'm amped to wear them because technically I can wear them with any color I want. And like, yeah, it's honestly a beautiful shoe. Definitely better in person. They released yesterday if you're listening to this now. So if you are trying to get them, good luck. A lot of places though that I saw got them because of all the emails that I got from all the stores I've subscribed to saying that they got them in stock. So I mean, hopefully it's an easy purchase for anyone that wanted them. But if you are thinking about purchasing them, or if you did purchase them, you'll be happy with the purchase. It's a great shoe.
Nice.
Yeah, they're
shout out
cool.
to the Reebok Canada fan for sure.
Hella cool. I mean, like you said, we all are big fans of that ABC camo.
So good.
Just
you
can put it on anything, and I'll be like, "Yep, that looks good." So, and they did a really good job making it look good on the Instapump Fury. So, shout out to them. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Joel also has a cool thing that he received.
Yeah.
Today.
All right. So, shout out to Puma Hoops. Puma Canada sent over the MB01 Buzz City Mellow joints. Man, the box alone, it was actually Cuzzo's pick from a few weeks back, and to see them in hand and to actually like I did try them on. So I tried them on.
How they fit?
They fit crazy. Like the, I don't know what, I think it's called nitro foam that they got in there.
True.
It's like spongy. The padding all up inside the collar on the tongue. It just like hugs your foot. Like I wasn't able to do like any quick cuts or any laterals or anything, but the grip looks pretty crazy on them.
Sick.
It came the box alone is like it's like I don't know. It's like an action figure kind of thing.
Yeah,
like it's got like a clear cutout at the top, and you can see like the shoes from the outside kind of thing. But yeah, details alone that they went all out on the details. Like the box is beautiful. It's got like the galaxy and whatever on it, because like, you know, those I thought they were like wings, like that print, that design on the shoe. But I actually looked into it, and because of Melo's, he's got a tattoo on his leg, and it's like a shuttle.
Oh.
So when he wears the shoe, and it coincides with his tattoo, and it's actually flames that are coming down.
That's pretty fire.
So yeah, so like for them to like make a shoe that incorporates his tattoo, that's like, wow, that's like, who does that? Like, you know?
Yeah, that's really cool.
But yeah, man, it's a really comfy shoe. Like even just for like lifestyle use, just to wear around or to kick in, like it's a really good, really well made shoe, man.
Sick.
But yeah, man. They also sent out a shirt. So
hell yeah.
And that was like a mellow, you know, not from here kind of shirt. It's pretty cool, man.
Damn.
Yeah, shout out to Puma Hoops, man, for real.
Yeah, they're doing their thing on that MB1 line.
Yeah.
The Rick and Morty pair that just got revealed.
Yeah,
those
coming
are
out too, yeah.
really, really cool as well. So yeah, looking forward to see what they do with that. And Melo's been balling out too, so
crazy.
Doesn't hurt that the player is playing really well at the same time. Next up, thumbs up, thumbs down. In this part of the show, we give our opinion on various sneaker-related topics with zero context or discussion. All we're allowed to say is thumbs up or thumbs down. And I know that none of us do this, but just thoughts on it in general. So box labels or stickers. So like Sean Go does this. He puts like a sticky note, a post-it note with like a written like what shoes in the box. I know our good friend Weekends with Walt gets like stickers of that sneaker to put on the box, like on the outside, which is also kind of cool. But just the thought of that in general, like thumbs up, thumbs down, like are you good with just the label, or are you like the idea of the extra little thing? Thumbs up, thumbs down, Alvin.
Oh man, up.
Joel.
Down.
I'm also down. Thumbs down for me. Sorry, on an island, Alvin. Next up, NSR, not sneaker related. We talk about sneakers a lot, so in this weekly segment, we're going to take 30 seconds out of the show to discuss something completely irrelevant to the world of sneakers. And today, as we record this, it is January 20th. Where'd January go? January 20th. We are 11 days away from February, and February 4th is the start of the Winter Olympics, which are still happening apparently. It feels like we just had the summer ones, but
yeah,
I think we did just have the summer ones last year in 2021.
Yeah.
I think they were delayed or whatever. The Winter Olympics are happening. Where are they happening? I don't remember.
Tokyo?
Is it Tokyo?
I think
don't
so.
know,
No,
Isn't that where the summer ones were?
I don't know, man.
So I should have looked into this. I should have done the research.
Russia?
Maybe it's Russia. Somewhere cold. Somewhere in the northern hemisphere of the
Somewhere
world.
that can produce
Snow
and ice.
and
Snow.
ice, yes. Toronto can clearly produce snow.
Toronto.
Come here. Anyways, so those are around the corner, 2.5 weeks away. I want to know for this week's NSR, what's your favorite Winter Olympic sport?
Ooh, yeah.
There's some good ones, like some really good ones. I don't know if it's a Canadian thing where it's like we just love.
Nah, bro.
Look at this.
I
Look at them. They're
shit.
cold and they're doing sports. It looks so fun. Alvin, what's your thing? What's your vice for Winter Olympic sports?
Speed skating with a relay, bro.
Oh yeah.
Relay, bro, where they like push each other and it's like go.
I like when they fall.
Lit. Oh my god,
I like when they fall.
No, man, when they're turning and they like touch the ice and stuff,
they're like parallel to the
super
ground.
OG. And the skates that they use they look hella dangerous, bro.
They're
Like I swear, if someone were to fall on someone's skate, that's like
Ooh,
that's a dismembered limb or something.
Their skates are like 2 feet blades on their skates.
Yeah, it's like a butcher's knife on skates, bro. But yeah, so that's my favorite thing to watch because, like, man, the technique and just how they the relay, bro, it's sick when they push each other. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a very good one. I'll allow a couple because there's honestly some really good ones that I'm thinking of. Joel, what's one for you that you really enjoy watching?
I like watching the figure skating, yo.
Honestly, underrated. It's really good.
Yeah,
sick,
facts,
yo.
bro. It's facts.
Yeah, man. The way that they go to the music and they like do the twirls,
Sow
and
cow.
shit.
Triple sow
Sow
cow.
cow, and all that stuff, yo.
The double
Lit,
lutz.
guys.
Ooh, with the double lutz. And with the double
Yeah,
lutz,
bro.
triple sow cow. Yeah.
And they try to do a quadruple and they fall in their ass. Yo, that's
everyone goes,
funny.
oh.
But I rate the ones who try to do the quadruple though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
bro.
for real.
Big sow
Go hard or
cows.
go home,
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones to watch.
That's a really good one. Yeah, I have a couple on my mind. One that I really like watching because it's like, how does this even make sense? Is the long jump on skis? I don't even know what it's called. They literally just go down a big, steep water slide looking ramp and then jump off of it. And then they do like what Alvin just did. And they do like the speed run arms and stick
their toes are like pointed up.
Yeah, they stick their
arms are like
skis up
wings.
and they literally just like soar through the air and then they land and then that's it. Like, how do you get good? How do you find out you're good at that? Like, I'm good at soaring 200 feet through the air on my skis. Like, that's just, it's wild to me. It's so crazy to watch that. Like, where do you go to do that? Like, you can't just go up to your local ski hill and be like, can you guys build me a 60-foot ramp, please? I need that for my Olympics. Anyways,
that Chinguzi guy.
just
Chinguzi.
bruh, they're soaring over Chinguzi Park with that, man.
Right,
like
right
crazy.
up to the street, guy.
Absolutely nuts. It's so, man. That's a crazy one. Another one. There's actually a lot now that I think about it. Like the Winter Olympics are fucking fire.
Yeah, man.
Another one that I like watching is like bobsled or skeleton.
Oh, bro, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
I like watching that too.
Ooh.
Skeleton
is the one where you basically just lay on a skateboard.
Just by yourself.
Yeah, you're basically laying on a
and
skateboard.
You go head first, bro.
Yeah. What's the one? Yeah, there's the one where you go head first, and there's one where you lay back. But there's both of those, and like, bruh, like you're literally going like 200 kilometers an hour on like a skateboard down a steep ass, again, water slide looking ice course, and and bobsled too. Like all these guys in there, they're bobbing their heads like back and forth, like boom, boom. Looks so funny. So yeah, both of those, all that is so fun. You guys have any other ones? Because the Winter Olympics are bomb, and now I'm super amped.
Snowboarding, I like snowboarding.
Yeah.
You know, like the half pipe and stuff. Yeah, that's just dope, man.
Get some Shaun White.
Shaun.
Yeah.
I like the cross country skiing, but where they have sniper rifles. They have
yeah. What a random combination of sports.
It's like hunting, bro.
Yeah,
it's hunting if you're in Alaska.
Yeah, it's true.
What's it called? They call it something. What is it called?
It's called something.
Cross country sniping, man, bro.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Arctic hunters.
Arctic Bodmans, yo.
They're wearing the Paisley print Air Maxes for sure.
Arctic gunman.
Yeah, man. It's like, it felt like they were like, oh, we need one more sport. And they're like, I don't know. And then like some guy runs in and he's like, cross country skiing with guns. And they're like,
definitely like an American.
We don't have any better ideas. So.
Yeah, and they have both the pole and the gun. So they're just like, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And then like,
they like lay in the snow and then take shots.
It's pretty gangster, bro. Like,
it's pretty. Now that I think about it, and again,
it's pretty cool to see.
How do you find out you're good at? Where do you practice that? Like, are you just on some regular cross country ski trail, and all of a sudden,
live in igloos, these people.
Yeah, you got to live and breathe that. Like, you're not just practicing in the winter. You're up somewhere where there's always snow.
That's a lifestyle, bro. It's not a sport. It's a lifestyle.
It's true.
Sniping jackrabbits, yo.
Yeah,
that's a skill, yo.
If you could get a rabbit, you could get a still target easily. Damn. All right. Anyways,
gold medal.
Yeah. I'm pumped. Winter Olympics. This is not an ad, but Winter Olympics start on February 4th. This would be the worst ad ever for the Winter Olympics. February 4th on CBC. I'm just kidding.
CBC. Shout out to CBC.
CBC, yo.
That's where they usually play it.
It's true. February 4th on CBC. All right. Next up. What's next anyways? Next up, our main ting this week. So this is kind of inspired by actually the two pairs that you guys got in this week are both like not typical pairs that you guys would normally go out and look for. But now that you have them, you're like, oh shit, like these are pretty fire. So it might like open a gateway to, a new thing. So we're going to talk about like new waves and like what it's like getting into new stuff, trying new stuff. If you're interested in trying new stuff, what stuff you might be interested in trying, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Because we've kind of been, again, we've all been collecting for so long that we have our little niches, stuff that we like. We kind of venture off from time to time. Occasionally we'll do a complete 180 and like, Alvin will sell all his Jordans to buy New Balances. And like, then it's like, okay, sick. What caused that? So just in the first place, again, to kick it all off, what kind of makes you want to try new things? Is it like collabs? Is it like hype, which is not a bad answer at all? Is it, just change in style, change in preference, all that kind of stuff? And I guess we can start with Alvin, because I think among us, he's been the one who's taken the biggest change from when I met him to now. I think if I introduced 2009 Alvin to 2022 Alvin, they would fight. Like,
we gotta do a reintroduction, yo. Like,
yeah, facts.
We gotta reintroduce ourselves like Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was mainly comfort, yo. Like, as much as I love Jordans, they to be able to walk around in them all day, and just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I can't anymore. In most of them anyway, like I'll still be able to do that in like my ones for some reason, and then the threes as well. But what made me go towards, New Balance and Adidas were like the classic retro running silhouettes, which I love from Nike. So like, obviously you guys know I love my Air Maxes, Air Max 1s, Air Max 90s and 95s and whatnot. But like, you know, being on blogs, being on social media and stuff and seeing other brands have that similar silhouette was like what kind of helped me, you know, go towards trying new brands and new silhouettes and stuff.
Yeah, I like that. I'll jump in. My style hasn't really changed all that much, and I kind of found what I liked and stuck with it. But I am starting to venture out a little bit. Like, again, if you told 2009, yeah, 2010 me that in 2021, one of my favorite shoes to wear would be a Birkenstock Boston, I'd probably be like, ha 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 ha. Yeah, okay. Did I like break my back? Like, am I retired? Like, what's going on? So it does happen. And I think for me, it kind of comes down to one, collabs. Collabs are a good way to kind of get my eyes onto something I wouldn't necessarily look at, because again, the gateway for me was the Stussy collaboration with Birkenstock on the Boston. And I saw them and I was like, damn, like that pink just hits. And all of a sudden I was interested, and it was kind of came in tandem just with seeing or being exposed to, whether it be through social media, whether it be people I talk to, hang around with, whatever, wear similar silhouettes or have that kind of style, kind of again in tandem working together. And all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, maybe this is something that I could see myself wearing. And then, you know, you get a pair and then you get two pairs, or you get another pair like 2 weeks after. And then it's like, it's all downhill from there. But yeah, for me, it definitely has a lot to do with collabs. I don't necessarily like seek out stuff like that. I'm not the type personally to be like, oh, I need to try something new, or I want to try something new. Like, again, it's been so long that I think I've found what I like. I know what I like, and I'll venture out here and there. It's kind of just, if it happens, it happens. And again, the Birkenstock is a good example, because still actively looking for like different colors or like concepts. Just did a collaboration with 3 different colors, and I was like, damn, like if one of these went on sale, because they're a little bit deep in USD, I would be super down for them. So yeah, that just, again, it starts with that, and then it can kind of just grow from there. I'm not the type to actively seek it out. I'm the type, when I go to a restaurant, probably ordering the same thing every single time. So that gives you an idea of my personality. When I go to pho, I get 168 every single time. I don't even look at the menu. I just write it down. 168 with no onion, please. Like, that's it. Like, very much a creature of habit. I like what I like, and that's it. That's evidence because I've liked Jordan 3s since 2008, and that's what, and Dunks since 2008, and that's still what I buy and what I wear. So that's definitely it for me. Joel, what about you? Because I know that you dabble in some other stuff, but you're similar to me in that, you know, you've, again, for longer than me, have, you know, been an Air Max 1 guy, like a runner guy. So what about you? Yeah. When you see, like, how do you kind of venture out, or why would you ever venture out of your typical path?
Well, for me, it's like I've dabbled into like each and every different kind of brand that you can think of. It's just very diverse, my collection. But like you said, my true love is the Air Max 1. Like, I always loved the Air Max 1. But my side chicks would most likely be like, you know, the Adidas or the New Balances or whatever. So it's like, it's a little bit of everything. But yeah, it's, for me, it's I'm an old school guy. I like simplicity. Anything that's simple. Right now, I'm an old school guy that's old, so it's like comfort is like whatever's got to be comfortable for me. I love detail, so anything that has a lot of detail, a lot of quality, especially. But yeah, that's what I mainly look at. It's not really much thought into it. It's like whatever like tickles my fancy, if you want to say, or whatever gets me going. I'm copping. So it's like, you know, I'm not really like looking into like, okay, it's got to be this brand or it's got to be that brand. It's very, my peripheral is just like wide. It's wide open. So it's like whatever is really good for me that I like, pleasing and whatnot. So it's copped. So yeah, man.
You and I think to an extent, Alvin, are different in that sense, because like you said, you dabble in a lot and you're okay with like, yeah, I own 2 pairs of Sauconys and like 3 pairs of Asics and like this, that, whatever. I keep my my eyes. You said you have wide peripherals. I keep myself blinded from the peripherals because I feel like if I start to venture into Asics, even New Balance, I don't own a lot of New Balance even after their huge year they have. I think I still only own like 2 pairs of New Balances. On purpose, because I'm scared that because I like what I like, if I start to like New Balance or I start to like Asics or I like to start Adidas, Saucony, whatever, I'm screwed because like I get really invested in this shit. Like I fell in love with Dunks in 2009 and now I have too many Dunks. Like it's just kind of how I am. So I'm on purpose like that. And I do admire that you're able to like dabble and like contain yourself because I am not able to do that. Alvin, I think you're like the happy medium between the both of us, right? Like you have like definitely a wider range of stuff that you like than me, but you have less of a variety in total than Joel, I would think, right?
Yeah, I'm strictly like for now. Actually, no, I'm strictly like 3 brands right now. So it's Adi, New Balance, and then Nike, and then I'm not strictly 3
I was gonna say
I'm more going. Like you, Joel. Forget it. Then you could throw in the Under Armour, the Puma, the Reebok. Like it's just pretty much anything under the rainbow. The only thing I'm missing, I think, is Saucony and Asics. So I'm closer to Kuya Joel than anything. Yeah. Forget it.
Just kidding. Never mind. I gave Alvin more credit than he deserved.
Thank you, though. Thank you for
that. He was more responsible than he is. Okay. What about so do you guys like ever actively get that itch to try new stuff? Like, are you sitting there like bored of what you're typically going after and then you try to find something new? Because I don't. Like I said, like I get very comfortable and I'm fine with that. Like I've found my lane and I'm very comfortable sticking to it. And it's very rare that I'm like, ooh, I want an Asics. I've never like again, it's very specific circumstances where I'm like, oh, I need to get an Asics or I need to get that. And when I do, I don't dabble. I go all in. So it's like a little bit different. But do you guys ever get like an itch to be like, man, I just want something new. I want something different. I want to try something different. Like, because I don't. I from similar brands that I already like, I get that itch where I'm like, come on, show me something good. But I'm never outsourcing that anywhere else. What about you, Joel? Again, because you have a very diverse collection.
With me, it's more. It's not really like I go out and try to find. Okay, I'm gonna start looking for Asics or I'm gonna start looking for Sauconys or whatever. It's just whatever comes up, and it's like shit. That looks pretty dope. Like you know what I mean. And then you look into it and you're like, shit. It's not that expensive. I'm just gonna cop it. So then it's like it's one of those, and it becomes Pandora's box where it's like you want each and every color that drops or whatever, or you look at that silhouette and then what other colors are coming out, and it's like shit, I want to get this one now too. Like it's like you said, like you don't want to open that door, but when you do open that door, you're up shit's creek. So it's like so it's like fuck. It's like that's what happens with me. Like I start getting into like Sauconys, and then I start scooping up like this Saucony, and then I'm like, oh shit, this quality is pretty dope. Like what other colors come in this one? Oh, it comes in like a 6,000 grade or a 9,000 grade or whatever, and it just becomes crazy after that. So it's like, yeah, I just buy what it's like pleasing. I don't really like look into like, okay, I'm gonna start doing into this or getting into that or whatnot. So, but yeah.
I feel like part of, and you just gave a good example of it, part of the fear I have with getting into another brand at all is like, because I can only imagine how I would feel or how I did feel getting into even just Nike Jordan for the first time. It's like, holy crap, their catalog is 8 trillion different things. Like, where do I even begin? And it's the same with venturing into a new brand, right? Like you need to really invest time into like New Balance is a great example. Like just the 990 has up to what V6, like holy, there's crazy. Holy crap, like it's insane. So yeah, that's part of it for me is like, again, if I open it, it's going to be like, oh, these are dope. Oh, these are dope. Oh, these are dope. Oh, these are dope. And it's just like so many different things that I'm scared. I'm not responsible enough to even look properly. What about you, Alvin? Is that kind of where the New Balance, because I know you've found a not so much recent, but semi-recent love for NB in the last couple of years. Is that where it came from? Actively looking for something new, or was it kind of just fell into your lap?
I mean, I've always had a love for New Balance. It's just I couldn't really locate the pairs I wanted. Whereas like now, it's like when I guess Kawhi came to Toronto and all his stuff, you know, popped off after winning the championship because we're still champions.
Right.
For what, 3 years now?
Forever.
It was like it was as if like the other New Balance collectors came out in a sense, and like we were able to find more local collectors in our cities, and it was kind of a little bit easier to find older pairs that I was looking for previously. But they also kind of fell into my lap because like homies like, you know, John, aka Has Ain't Ready, was just posting stuff. He's like, hey, I'm a size 11. Here's a bunch of New Balances. And I was just like,
that's when you were seeing him every day.
Literally,
pick
bro.
Up sneakers.
And that was when COVID had first
I remember.
Kind of hit. And then everyone was just at home.
Yep.
And I also wasn't buying sneakers for a really long time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was such a bad idea. But like at the same time, it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was silhouettes I wanted. It was from really dope collabs, and like it was from a homie. So just and I'm not even gonna lie, like John hooks it up. You know what I'm saying? Like he sells them for a really great price to his friends, and it's like I could not.
Thank God he's not my size.
Resist.
Yeah, you couldn't
thank the Lord.
Yeah.
Thank the Lord.
But yeah, and then I mean I had new NBs before COVID hit, obviously, but it's like I think that John allowing me to cop those pairs, the 998s to be specific, I believe that specific year I caught maybe like 4 or 5 pairs of 998s.
Yeah,
that was like my intro into that New Balance silhouette. But at the same time, it's like I don't think it's a bad thing because I'm kind of sticking to like retro running.
Yeah,
whether it's like Adidas ZX line, or like a Nike Air Max 1. It's just retro running. Aside from like the New Balance 550s I've recently purchased,
which is still like it's like a Dunk or a Jordan.
It's still
1,
like a
right?
Dunk or Jordan, exactly. So it's still kind of within the silhouettes that I purchased anyway.
Yeah.
So, and like honestly, right now I'm in the mental state where it's just like if I don't get a sneaker out, it's whatever. Like I can get it later on in my life. I'm not like crying over stuff that releases, and if I don't get it, it's whatever. If I get it, it's like hey, let's do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's honestly, I think for me, it's easy to get into other silhouettes and brands just because, like, as much as I love collecting it, it's just like I know my limits in terms of what I can spend.
Yeah.
So unless I'm willing to, you know, get rid of a bunch of other Jordan 1s or get rid of a bunch of other Nikes and stuff, I'm not really gonna go out of my way to purchase, you know, certain things from other brands.
Yeah, I think you brought up a really good point. Just within like Toronto or probably Canadian sneaker culture, how important Kawhi was. And I don't even think it's like a tangible thing like that would make sense to anybody else, because he was here for a year. He was a New Balance athlete for probably a quarter of the year, like while he was here. Like he got signed like close to the playoffs, I think. Like that was very late in the season that New Balance signed him to a deal. He jumped from Jordan brand, which was like a huge thing. And he was like in a market where we are heavily Jordan based in Toronto and Canada, Nike, Jordan. He went to New Balance and helped bring light to that brand. Like you couldn't find New Balances anywhere. His releases, like his basketball shoe, were selling out. They were reselling. Like that first pair, I remember that blue one, when they did like a whatever it was, like a 990 or whatever, or like something like that. And then also the Kawhi, the Omni 1, I think was the name. They dropped at the same time. Then shits flew immediate, boom, gone. Like that didn't happen in Canada previous to that. And that really coincided with like the Renaissance year and a half that New Balance had, where like ALD really helped put them on the map with the 550, and then Salehi with the 2002, and like just crushing it back to back to back to back to back to back to back for like a year and a half. For Toronto and Canada specifically, I think those two combining are like an underrated reason why it's so big now. It's a reason why a lot of us even paid attention in the first place, like Alvin said, and I honestly had completely forgotten about that. Again, and we said this when he left, if he had stayed, New Balance would have been fuck. I can't even imagine. Like,
imagine all the stores that would have gotten New Balance collabs, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
bruh,
man, it just. We had never had an athlete like that, right? We had DeMar, but he was never like a signature athlete with a signature shoe. He's an all-star.
Yeah.
He was an all-star. Like he had a Kobe collab or like a Kobe edition. Like he had an AD. I still have the Kobe AD of his, but they sat on shelves. The Kawhi Omni 1 never sat on a single shelf while he was here. Toronto, Canada loved that dude. And yeah, like I said, 990s and shit were selling out. Like I had people who had never looked at a New Balance before posting like, oh, need to find these gray 990s, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, that was, man, now I feel like an old guy just reminiscing about the past. Anyways, so what's a new silhouette to kind of close things out? Because we just discussed some silhouettes that we don't normally talk about. We talked about the Instapump, talked about the MB1, we talked about the Jordan 2. What's a silhouette that you could see yourself getting into that you're not already into? And Alvin, if yours is the Instapump, that's fine, because now, again, it might be a gateway drug.
Yo, it's bad because I have the ZX Fury from the ZX.
Oh yeah,
ZX pack, and that was and it has the boost, so I was like, oh fuck. So it's mad comfy. The colors are mad bright, and it's super dope summer shoe. And then now I also have the Reebok Instapump Fury, the Bape ones, and it's just like, I'm not mad at that silhouette. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's definitely something that's a little bit more. It's outlandish. Not bulky. Yeah, like very, very like outlandish vibes, but like it's dope. It's a dope silhouette. Like you can still rock it in summertime. The bulkiness of the outsole / midsole, you can rock that in like fall, winter as well. Yep. So it's like, it's gonna be tough, bro. I'm gonna try to control myself, definitely. Yeah. But I mean, the Reebok Instapump Fury I'm not mad at it.
I mean, with like a nice tracksuit or whatever. I know you've been on the matching tracksuit vibe. Yo,
sweatsuits all day, bro.
Nice orange or green sweatsuit with the Instapump, babe. I'm saying.
That's it right there.
So I recently saw, and my answer is going to be unsurprising because it's what we just talked about for a while, but I recently saw the Teddy Santis, who was the ALD guy, right? Yeah. He is the creative director or something behind New Balance now. Something behind New Balance. Don't follow him that closely. And he just, like, the leak came out of his My USA collection. He designed 16 pairs for New Balance, and they're all 990, like V2, V3, and I think like just 990 or something. The V2 and the V3 were looking mighty fine in the collection shots that I saw. They're very blurry photos, but the palettes, and there's a ton of pairs to choose from, which is nice. And there's an orange one, like some brighter colors that, like, again, are more up my alley that you don't normally see on those kinds of, unless they're a collab. And these aren't technically a collab. They're just designed by him. Yeah, those are going to be on my radar for sure. I will be watching those. I'm sure they'll be made in USA, which apparently is not actually mean made in USA, but that's a different story. So they'll be expensive. I'm sure it's a $265 sneaker or whatever, but I've kind of just got to get over that hump, I think, because that's what a pair of Jordan 4s costs, if not more. So who am I?
Yeah.
Like, what am I?
Get over that.
What's my argument anymore?
Everything's like $300 now, bro. So it's like
$300 is baseline now.
Yeah, you can either pay for like hype and, you know, coolness, or comfort and, you know, classic.
Okay, Mr. New Balance aficionado, friggin' was that an ad? Like, damn.
Yeah, I know.
I think by law you have to say sponsored after that statement. Damn.
Sponsored by New shoes.
New shoes.
Sponsored by my own wallet. Joel, what's a silhouette for you that you could see yourself dabbling a little bit more in that you're not already into, even though you're into everything already?
I know, like one that's the one silhouette that's on my radar from time, since Cuzzo's been copying them left and right, are the 550. I've yet to dabble my foot or stick my foot into a 550. So I've been hearing a lot of rave reviews about them and stuff like that. Not only from Cuzzo, but like from other people too. It's like, yo, you gotta get a pair. So, and I've always wanted that white pair, that white and gray pair. So, yo, anybody that knows size 10, let me know.
ALD pair?
No, not the ALD pair. The one that Groovy just dropped them just recently.
Okay. The mostly
it's like a white one. It's like a white
neutral
and gray. Yeah.
I hear you, cuz.
And then they got like an orange one that dropped too. I don't know when it dropped.
And then UNC
Syracuse. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not the Syracuse. Sorry, it's the Shoe Hall one.
Yeah.
The Shoe Hall 550. Yeah. Courtside. Hello.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Please pick us up.
Tag 3 friends. Yeah, man. 550s for me.
Hey, next time I saw that Groovy Shoes drop those in store at Sherway. They have a Sherway location now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned before we started recording, Joel, that's my home mall now. So
that's my old home, yo.
that's my home mall. So if you see anything at Sherway, hit me up. I'll stop by my home base and pick it up.
Do it.
That's a very Joel shoe. You need a pair of 550s. Like that's like the quintessential Joel shoe.
It's like the Air Force.
Yeah, it's literally
yeah.
It's an Air Force. Yeah, it's a Joel shoe. You need it. Someone get Joel a pair of 550s. Dang it. Get Joel 550s and Wave Runners, please. That's the goal for 2022. Maybe together. That would be ideal in a pack. But yeah, that's all we got for this week. I'm glad we got a little mini discussion about new waves, changing lanes. Hopefully it gave us some inspiration. Maybe we'll buy some shoes this week because that's always good. Wherever you guys are taking in this episode, please leave a comment, review, follow, and or subscribe. Make sure to check out CanadaGotSold.ca to shop the latest CGS merch, peep the YouTube for our latest videos, and check out CGS Talk on Facebook to chop it up with us. Do not forget to use hashtag CanadaGotSold on Instagram for a feature. I have been Lawrence Hopkins, and you can find me at LDoggyStyles on Instagram. Woof.
I'm Joel Hernandez. You can find me at Joe Dooney, JO_D3OsNEY.
My name is Alvin Quincy, and you can find me at MISTERQ and then Mart.
And Ayo, thank you for listening to us talk about sneakers for 192 episodes. Please remember to rock your kicks. This has been True to Size. We have been CGS, and we are out. Peace. 550s for Joel. What's retail on 550s? Like 130? They're cheap.
No.
120, 130.
Less than 150. They're cheap.
I know reselling, they're like 2 and up.
Too much.
250.
2 to 3. Yeah.
They're still like a GR at their heart. They shouldn't be that much.
I know. I gotta find out.